Hello there. A joint publication from Global Britain and the European Research Group dismantles the Remainer doom-laden claims about leaving the customs union. In a document called Fact Not Friction, published today, the Tory Eurosceptic European Research Group, headed by Tory Brexiteer MP Jacob Rees-Mogg, and the pro-Leave Global Britain explode the myths surrounding our leaving the customs union and trading on WTO terms. The foreword to the piece is written by the Director of Reid Steel, Simon Boyd, who is also a Fellow of the Institute of Directors and a member of the CBI Manufacturing Council. So not all CBI members are pro-EU then. And just to set the tone, in his foreword he says, "In my experience, trading with our European friends is infinitely more difficult than it is to trade with other countries outside the EU. It has, for instance, been easier for us to export to Mongolia than to France, despite the fact we were founded there in 1919. The publication itself sets out to dispel the myths that the UK must stay in a customs union with the EU to prevent the need for a hard border across Ireland or a customs barrier in the Irish Sea, which would, claim the Remainers, lead to hugely expensive and delaying trade frictions along the borders. Now it lists 17 myths and deals with them one by one. Here's a few to give you a flavour. Myth 1. Customs declarations are pieces of paper that are examined and compared with loads at the border. The reality is that just about 100% of customs declarations for goods arriving in the UK are made electronically ahead of the arrival at the port. Myth 2. Customs declarations at channel ports will require checks and delays at the border. The reality here is that there will be no requirement for more checks on goods entering the UK than at present as a result of Brexit, as explained by the CEO of Customs and Revenue, John Thompson, when giving evidence to the Select Committee. Myth 4. WTO rules require member states to operate border controls. The whole purpose of the WTO is to facilitate international trade, not hinder it, and those that make this claim don't seem to be able to provide any text from the WTO rules to back the claim up. Myth 15. Delays in clearing UK exports through Calais are likely to cause a backlog of lorries on the M20 if we leave without a deal, or even with a conventional free trade deal. Do we really think EU member states would deliberately slow down our exports into their country? It would be a breach of at least 3 treaty obligations of the WTO, the Trade Facilitation Agreement, and Article 8 of the EU's very own constitution. And anyway, if one EU member state port played silly games, ports in other member states have the capacity and would be keen to relieve them of that trade. Anyway, this paper shows that all those doom and gloom claims by the Remainers, who are desperate to turn the UK into an EU colony by whatever means they can, are founded on nothing but hot air and downright untruths. So go and give it a read and get yourself prepared to swat away all that remoaning. I've left a link to the document in the descriptions box below the video. Now the storm over Theresa May's proposed deal is still raging on, with the Prime Minister of Spain, Pedro Sanchez, saying he will reject the deal unless Madrid gets its own way over Gibraltar. As things stand today, if there are no changes regarding Gibraltar, Spain will vote no on Brexit, he said. Well, my message is be my guest and reject away. WTO, here we come. He also said, as a country, we cannot assume that whatever happens in the future with Gibraltar would be negotiated by the UK and EU. It will have to be negotiated between Spain and the UK. And here was me thinking that the whole EU27 and Michel Barnier spoke as one, etc. Yeah, right. That's one big crack developing there, and as I said in a video earlier today, it might be why our Theresa is heading off to Brussels tomorrow. And another crack that has appeared is the one between the DUP and the Tory government. Last night, the DUP fired a warning political salvo by siding with Labour on a budget vote and abstaining on amendments to a finance bill. Under the terms of their confidence and supply agreement, which cost the government £1 billion of our money, of which the DUP has, I understand, drawn down about half of, the DUP is meant to support Tory government budget and confidence votes. But DUP MP Sammy Wilson said that the PM's proposals breached a fundamental guarantee made to his party, and that they had to do something to show their displeasure without actually ending the arrangement. And this was designed to send the message, look, we have got an agreement with you, but you have got to keep your side of the bargain, otherwise we don't feel obliged to keep ours, he said. Now, just what is it going to take for those Tory MPs to get those no confidence letters in? A slaughter of the firstborn? So, please let us all know what you think by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.